Okay, let's try this again. Take 3. I don't know what happened. So I didn't know what else to do but end that stream. Turn this down. I'm sorry, guys. Vicky, I'm sorry, hun. I hope you can pop back on. But today has just been what I call a weird witch day, because anything could fucking happen. And this is the 3rd time now I've had to stop my live stream and start it again. I'm like, oh, come on. And it's freaking 6 days from Halloween. What the hell? Southern sky. Have you ever noticed southern sky? So, Vicky, sorry it froze up, hun. I'm not sure what happened. It might have been the fucking mouse fall on the floor when I bumped it. Which I didn't mean to do. But at least this way we can have some music in the background. I'm drinking water. So yes, I can tell you today it's definitely it's a weird witch day, so prepare yourself. I don't know how long I'll be on this time before it shuts itself off. But just also know I'm not doing it on purpose. That's just the kind of weird ass day it's been. And it started with Maria calling me downstairs when I was in the middle of my first live, but she didn't know, it was innocent, I'm not mad or anything like that. She didn't know that I was doing a live stream, and she didn't exactly specify either why she wanted me to come downstairs. She just said, come downstairs, I want to show you something, or at least that's what I heard. And she said, no, what she said was, come downstairs, Robert wants to show you something. I'm like, okay, but I didn't know that's what was said. Okay, so let me do this before it shuts off again. I've already done my affirmation for today. Mine was forgiveness. So I'll do one, see how many people it fits today. There you are. Good, you're back. Hopefully we won't have any, trouble this time. But it's been a weird day, Vicky. That's all I can tell you. God's honest truth. This is like literally the 3rd time I've had to stop my live stream and restart it because something messed it up some way, somehow, some why. I got me a couple of Halloween pillows. The one with the witch says hocus pocus. The other one is just, it's some pumpkins hanging from a little party light strand thing. Got them over at the thrift store. They were only like a couple bucks a piece. Okay, so since you're the only one on here, even though it's public, what is my friend Vicky's affirmation for today? Nature. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. Take a walk in the woods. Smell those flowers. Hug some trees. You might think you're being ironic, like, look at me, I'm being all tree huggery and stuff. But you'll find that even then, those trees will hug you back. Trees come from a time before irony and their earnestness is impervious to our jaded humor. If that doesn't make you want to hug them even more, well, I guess you're a robot. So there you go. Oh, yeah, you like the pillows? So, see, that's a good one. Nature. I mean, these are all good. That's what I like about this deck. And it's just affirmations. It's like positive words. You say those words out loud, and it helps your day go better and stuff. Yeah, tree huggers. Yeah, tree huggery. Nature. You need to get outside. You need to do something related to nature. Bring some nature leaves in from the outside. Put them in a jar or something, do something decorative with them. You can even go to a craft store and I've done this before, but only once, and I want to make me another one because I think I could really make a really cool one this time, because first one I made, I got it out of a book. The wreath, I got at a hobby shop. I think it had was it just a plain one? I think it was plain. I took actual leaves that I had handpicked. That I handpicked from outside, and I took a glue gun and I glued them in place. So they were real leaves. And I took a little scarecrow that I had bought at a hobby shop. He was maybe about that big, and I glued his feet to the middle of it, to the center. And that was my Halloween wreath. But it got destroyed over there on Town Street somehow. And I know you remember the Town Street place. And, I never saw it again, and I've never done one since. And, I definitely need to do me another one, because I keep seeing these cute ones out at the store, and I'm tempted to buy them, but I'd rather do my own, because if you know what you're doing and you're on a budget like I am, then you got to learn to simplify things, and you can make it just as cute, but do it on your own. Just let your creative side out, Like this time I would do like maybe some pumpkins. If I could find me a little witch, or I could find, I could just, find a little, like a stencil or something of one, and then, trace it onto something and sew it, cut it out and hand sew it, put like some herbs in it. Oh, you got to see my witch tree. You got to see my witch tree. You're going to love it. It's cute as hell. It's just a little plastic tree. And all I did was I took some very real crystals. I took some jewelry pieces of mine that I have actually worn. One of them's a real pretty multicolored, rainbow-colored unicorn. Yeah, Town Street, that was some shit, wasn't it? That was fun. Yep. Okay. What does the Green Oracle have for my friend Vicky today? Spring. Even though this is fall, some type of craft, like a hobby craft thing that you could do that was spring, like that would be cheerful and happy, like something you would do maybe for St. Patty's Day, but like put some like rainbow colors in it or something. Make it a happy, cheerful piece that you could hang up in your living room somewhere for when you need that extra little pick-me-up, where you're like having a blah day and you look at that and you smile, Okay, so we got spring. This is, it's card 25. This is real pretty. These are, again, these are only positive cards. You're not going to get any negative messages from these. I only say negative messages in the sense that, some decks, there's a reverse meaning. And if it's reverse meaning, it doesn't always mean it's bad. It's just, a lot of times it's a warning or something. Yeah, no problem. I'm trying to keep my thing from falling. I ain't done yet. Let's see. Your card for today is Seasons, the Beginning. Image, a wonderful tree in spring. Seasons since ancient times have marked the cycles and the passing of time in human society. Spring is when the earth awakes and everything starts to flower and get greener. Spring is the essence of beginnings, an explosion of energy that suddenly is shaped into something real and practical. It holds all hope and potential and vibrant life. It's time to wake up. Just begin and things will come. In spring, everything is going to be better. Give attention to new things. So there you go. I love doing this. I do it all the time when I do a live. Just like our friend that you've turned me on to, the long hair and little glasses that, she is so us all over the place. I love you guys. What's going on? And I've only caught a few of her videos. But like I said, most of my stuff, the way I've been spending it lately, has been diamond paintings and movies. That's been my, my happy time and keep from going crazy time and, doing something I enjoy, and it's a creative outlet, And I mean, I showed it earlier on one of the others, but this is the painting I'm working on now. And I'm already all the way up here, which is just above, like a row or two above the top of the mouth of the bottom pumpkins. And I know my brother probably hasn't called or anything because he wanted me to come up this week, but I just don't have gas and I don't have the money. I don't want to borrow any from Maria because she gives so much, as it is. Don't want to borrow any from Mom because I already owe her 10, so it just wouldn't seem right. And I'm not sure how soon, but here soon, Jim's going to be giving me money to get him some diamond painting related stuff. He's wanting some frames for some of his paintings, but some of his, like he's got a 40 by 50 and a 40 by 60. And it's not easy to find a frame to fit something that big. Like I've seen advertisements on Amazon and different online places where they've got diamond paintings so big that if there was a solid wall behind me that went all the way across the couch, they're as big as that. And I'm like, man. Yeah, and yeah, I like the pumpkins, and then my little Scully dude up there, he's a tea light holder, and I wish I would have got at least 2 of those so I could have had a matching set. So this Halloween, I'm going to see if I can't find something like that, like as close to looking that way and being a tea light holder as I can find, even if it's a different color, because this was given for free, the skull. It was a thing called Motherful. It was a thing that I got to go to one time with this friend of mine, and I've never gone back since. But everything in there is literally free. So, and they call it Motherful because mothers can go in there and get like clothes and stuff, or like I got a bunch of folders from there once. I got this real pretty necklace that I don't think I've even worn once. And it's costume jewelry, but it has a real pretty black satin ribbon, and it literally ties around your neck. And, I'm going to wear it this Halloween, I think, because it's so pretty, and I've been wanting to wear it, and I haven't yet. And, yeah, I think it'll look really nice with my witch dress. It'll make me look more like an elder witch, and I've already got, as you can see, my grays coming back through. But I haven't decided if I'm going to leave it that way for Halloween because it's natural, or if I'm going to re-dye it with root touch-up with some more of the blue-black, because I need to get that used up. Because, each time I use it, I have to shake it up, and I don't know how long it's going to last before the whole thing dries up. Vicky's on, my friend Vicky. So the music that's on right now is Kid Spooky. He's going to pop over and say hi. That's Chris.
Ignore the stringy hair. Need a shower.
I have to color mine on the weekend. Yeah, so, but at least this way, too, she's like, hi, Chris. I'm giving my hair a break, in between dye sessions, because then at least, you know what I mean? It's like the hair can kind of recover a little bit, because, there was like a year or two ago, I was literally brushing gobs of hair out at a time because I was dyeing them so close together, like I wasn't giving my hair a break in between dye sessions. But even when I start letting it come back and I don't dye it right away, it still looks okay. Because, to me, it makes it more witchy. Which I like anyway. And it saves me from having to go out and buy a wig, where it's like white, like Snow White, literally. Like half of it white, half of it black or something. But I've got so many wigs already, maybe I'll do my purple wig this year or something. The only problem is I'll have to soak my head down first, brush it real good, put it up in a wig cap, which is nylon, so that hopefully at least it'll stay cool for a while. But even when it goes from cool to warm, this is my cat Boo, then I'll have the wig on, so, I won't like get a chill or get cold or sick or anything. Because I don't even know yet what day Trick or Treat Day is going to be on. Sometimes they'll do it actually on the day of Halloween. Other times they'll do it like as close to Halloween as they can, but they'll do it on a weekend or something. Or even if they do it during the week and it's a school night the next day, that's not too big of a deal because they only have it from 6 to 8. So that's 2 hours, and then, then everybody's back at home and they, the kids are sorting through their candy or the adults are sorting through them to make sure there's nothing sinister, razor blades or, any crap like that.
Yeah, there never has been.
Yeah, I mean, so we usually hand it out at my mom's because over here, let's face it, the neighborhood we're in, you're never, I mean, who would want to trick or treat here? Who would want to trick or treat here? I wouldn't.
And I got a projector and a projector screen.
Yeah.
And I created a little Halloween show.
Yeah. So he does a Halloween video. He tries to do a different one each year. And, that takes a lot of time. He has to go through a lot of online snippets and clips and different things and then splice them together kind of, because it's fun for him. And, it's a nice little projector that we have and it's in the screen and he's got a little frame that he puts up and everything. And he wants to make a portal out of like some styrofoam block, make it look like, like you're actually activating a magical portal, like something you'd see in Harry Potter or something.
Put around the screen.
Yeah, I'm getting kitty lovins, major. Yeah, when he wants attention, he'll keep walking back and forth. He'll go over to love on daddy a minute, come back over to me. He's so fluffy. I could die. Yeah.
That's what Brooke thinks of him.
Yeah. When Brooke's on and Boo makes an appearance, she's like, Boo, baby. She goes crazy. She loves this cat. And he is really super soft, too.
Even though the picture didn't turn out well, I sent her the one. Bella actually sat on her lap.
Yep, he did. She eats it up.
Bella's our main coon.
Yeah, she saw the last Halloween live, Vicky said, last year. So you saw some of the screen and stuff. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I like the sexy dancing skeletons. Those are just the shit for me. They are so adorable. I wish I could get 3 females together and get out there and copy those dances, like literally stand up in front of the screen, but stand far away so they still see the screen, or stand next to the screen and copy every move the skeletons do. Because it's just cute. It's 3 skeletons and they're dancing like provocatively or something, but it's so adorable. It is just so adorable. And of course, somewhere in Utah, somebody has put up a Halloween display in their backyard or front yard, one of them, that has skeletons sitting around a pole dancing skeleton. It's hilarious. They got some flack on the news from some of the neighbors about it because they had it attached to the pole they were using was a street sign, and it had some woman's name was the street sign. So he moved it to his yard, either front yard or backyard, and it was on the news recently, like a day or two ago, and it was. I thought it was adorable. When the guy moved it, he said he added more skeletons. So, you got to look at that and see it for the humor, not that they're like got 2 skeletons out there on top of each other doing the naughty or something, And this is Kid Spooky, by the way. He's Colin Brown. He's known as Kid Spooky on SoundCloud if you want to listen. Ow! Those nails hurt, buddy. So his music, he does like gothic music, and he also does some headbanger mixed in there. That he don't really do music anymore. He's more on like last I knew, he has his own series on YouTube, and it has to do with paranormal type investigations or related phenomena or something or another in New York somewhere. This one's called Burning Memories. And the first time I found out that Kid Spooky did music, and I found him on SoundCloud. I love his music. It speaks to my soul. It speaks to me in a way that I can relate to because of, some of the bad stuff I've been through. I mean, how heartbroken I was with the whole John Mason thing. Or at least I think you do. I honestly can't remember. But just for a recap, John Mason was a childhood sweetheart of mine. And every time we turned around and people knew we were together, they would go out of their way to break us up, and they would always succeed. So the final time it happened, what hurt me the most really was the fact that his sister, Kathy, was in on it and was laughing about the incident, and it broke my heart and shattered my soul because the girl that it happened with, Kathy, knew, and it was this bitch named Lisa Allen, and I was so destroyed by that and heartbroken and soul shattered that I purposely took a different route home that night and walked home because John's friend had just moved into this new house, so they were in between loads, like unloading or loading or something. And so John and John, because they were both named John, came to get me from my mom's because she was real close to where they were and where they had moved. And it was his friend John Allen. It was his place with his dad or something and his sister. And his sister Lisa, she got the attic bedroom. Well, Lisa and Kathy and something X-rated happened involving John and her bed, and they were laughing about it. Right when I walked in the door, I went up the steps, and John came rushing down the steps and shoved a beer in my face, and his face was riddled with pelt, so I knew something had happened, and he wouldn't tell me what. I sat down in the front room. My first thought was no, please, no. I knew something was wrong. And John he refused to come in and talk to me. I don't even remember how long I sat there. And what was worse, too, is his dad, John Allen, was sitting there in a chair reading the paper, and I felt like I wasn't even there. Like I wasn't even being acknowledged by his dad that I was there. Like I was invisible. So I just got up and I quietly walked out when John and John were in the kitchen, like unloading dishes or some shit. And I walked home and I took a different route that I know John would not look to find me because they went back to mom's and Janet here and know what happened, and they wouldn't really say. They just took off. When I came home, Mom, she knew. She's like, what happened? And I told her that Lisa Allen was involved because, see, Lisa Allen had a bad habit because John and Kathy both told me this themselves one time. She had a bad habit of, she didn't want John really, but she didn't want anybody else to have him either. So the only time that she would turn him on or mess with him or make him think she was interested in him is when he was going with somebody. He was dating somebody, and at that time it was me. So Kathy wouldn't tell me what happened. I even went upstairs. I saw Lisa and Kathy up there, and I'm like, what's so funny? And they wouldn't say. So they were all guilty, right? So a lot of this music, some of the sadder songs and stuff, my point being, I relate to it because this describes a lot of bad stuff in my life that happened. I always wanted to be a singer. I always wanted to be in a band. I always wanted to have my own band. It just never happened. The only time I got to sing in front of a bunch of people was at Rosemont when I sang in the Great Event. And I sang I Honestly Love You by Olivia Newton-John. That was the only time that I sang on stage for any reason, or that I performed for any reason. It was my only opportunity to, because after that, I guess I just purposely shied away from it as much as it was my dream to do it, because I knew the pressures that came with it. And I also knew the dangers, because some of these, guys that these record companies or these agents that you get to represent you, they screw you over. And they rob you blind, and then you're like left in the dust, but that they keep expecting you to perform. It's crazy. And I'm also trying to keep but anyway, yeah. So I can relate. Yeah, because out of all of them that I was with back then, I believe John was one of the longest. So we were very happy. We were very bonded. We were very in love. You know, I mean, everybody would say to this day that it was puppy love. No. This was indescribable. And for the longest time, you know, we were together. I couldn't even tell you how long we were actually together before he and I did any naughty. Okay. And that's saying something. Because, you know, we were both teenagers. So it's not uncommon for that to happen. But with me and John, it was special. And I've never had anything like it since. And probably never will again. Yeah. And so when Kathy and Lisa did what they did, and did what they did to me, I just cut myself off from that whole family. I wouldn't talk to Kathy anymore. I wouldn't talk to certainly John. He didn't come over anymore. And it took me a long time to get over him. So anytime my brother brings up John Mason and him being married to my best friend at one point, because there was a girl in my past that was a best friend of mine, and he married her, and every time he mentions that, it's like a slap in the face. I have no pictures of me and John together to remember him by, to remember the happier times. I mean, I was a kid, you know, it was happy memories. Excuse me, Jim's got this one picture of me and John that I have repeatedly asked him if I could borrow it just long enough to even make a paper copy of it so I could put it in a scrapbook. So I would at least have that paper copy, and he won't let me use it long enough to do that. And since they got moved into the new house, you know, every time I ask for it, he conveniently forgets, or it's like he don't want me to have it. And that's like one of my absolute favorite pictures of me and John together, because when you see it, you see just how well matched we were. Let's put it that way. But yeah, there's like Pet Sematary is strictly instrumental. Jim, yeah, it's a Polaroid. Me and John are standing in the kitchen over there on Town Street in front of the back door, because it was summertime, because you could tell in the background the back door was open. It was night. John was standing behind me. He had his arms around my waist, and I was holding one of my baby white bunny rabbits in my hand, and I had it kind of cradling it in my arm, but I had it up against my body too. And I have never seen a look of such happiness on my face and John's as I did in that photo. And when I saw that photo and saw that Jim had it, I was like, oh, you've got to make a copy of this for me. And he never did. And he still got the picture. So the next time I go over there to see Mom, as soon as I see Jim, I was like, you need to let me get a copy of that picture, because it's not fair that you haven't yet let me make a copy of it. And I asked you for it over at the old place. And, you know, I really want to get a paper copy of it so I can at least put it in a scrapbook. You know, and I would have to put it in a scrapbook, because if I didn't, and I'd have to probably put tape over the entire thing, because otherwise it would get destroyed. Yeah, sitting at the kitchen table, exactly, because that was where we did most of our socializing. You know, even when you and Angie would come over, a lot of the time we were sitting around in the kitchen, right? Unless we went up to my room to do something. Yeah, I guess I could try that and say, hey, you know, can I see that picture so I can at least take a picture of it on my phone? Because from my phone, you know, I should be able to have Chris transfer it to the computer and be able to make at least one paper copy of it. so I can just put it in a scrapbook and photo album. So at least I have it. Because like I said, I see it as a happy time in my life. And I don't have many of those, especially when I was young like that. Especially because that was back during the days when, Mom had pretty much stopped drinking, but, like Mike and Kathy Chapman were still coming around and stuff, and they would come and drink. And, that always made me uncomfortable that they would drink around me and around Mom, because I was scared to death she was going to start drinking again. And that's the very thing that almost took her away from me. Yeah, it is a good way to do it, but I don't know how much room I have left on my phone because I've used it for a lot of different things. Let me see, let me find the right page here. Okay, I did. Oh, no. I had to turn the page. I'm going to write my thing down here because Gabriel's not going to let me put this thing down until I do. It won't take me long, but this way you can hopefully hear the music a little bit. Here, I can turn it up a little. This is still Kid Spooky. This is Party Like a Rock Star. It's one of my favorites. Oh, I think Pet Cemetery's coming up. Nope, Highway Flowers first. Still Kid Spooky though. This is one of the gentler ones he did. And don't worry, sweetie, if you gotta go at any certain time, I understand. You can always see the rest of this later. I'm not trying to keep you up or anything. You can stay on as long as you can, too. Not rushing you off, but if you gotta go, I'm just saying I understand. I write this fast as I can. Okay, are we down? What song?
Baby, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, baby, it's okay. Everybody fucks up once in a while. Everybody feels that way. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, baby, it's okay.
That song before this one was Highway Flowers. You look it up, Kid Spooky, it'll bring up like an album cover with the full moon on it, and it says Kid Spooky something. Hang on. I'm trying to use the wrong thing here. Hang on. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Just look up Kid Spooky and it should bring it up. It's called Highway Flowers, and it's a bonus track. Right now, the one that's playing is called Baby It's Okay. Twice, and I cut them twice. I don't care if you worship me. No, I don't care if you worship me. I don't care if you worship me. No, 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 I don't care if you worship me. This is about love going wrong. Yeah, it's called Highway Flowers. It's a bonus track. Nothing left to us. There's nothing left for me. There's no more room in hell. No, not for you and me. So see, it's about a breakup. Here's what the cover looks like. Oh, here's Highway Flowers again for you. I was trying to bring up the cover. But it's a black cover. Kid Spooky is in it's got purple. And I don't know what else it says on it. I was trying to bring up the picture. But anyway, here's Highway Flowers for you again. It is pretty. I like it. And I know the words too, of course. But I tried to keep quiet so you could hear them. And see, I write them in this book. So that way, at least I got them written down. And once these incense are gone, I can still use those words, but just do it with candles. Yep, Kid Spooky, Highway Flowers. And bring up Kid Spooky. It should bring up. Sign me smiling. I got you knows I'm driving there. I'm driving there. I'm beginning to feel I had to hurt before I heal. Before I heal. I can smell the highway flowers flowing through my window now. You're a feather on my pillow, flowing in the wind. It's like a light, happy song. Uplifting. Easy on my skin. to begin. How to begin. Dirty paintbrushes and first love crushes drip me in the side. In the side. I can't smell the highway flowers flowing through my window now. You're a feather on my pillow, blowing in the wind. I love his music. Yeah, it's just, I love it. I mean, I think the first time I heard any of Kid Spooky's music, when I got on SoundCloud for the first time, I listened to literally over 20 tracks, over 20. And it was all like, some of it was Kid Spooky with other artists, some of it was Kid Spooky. I mean, I got to the point to where I could listen to a song and tell exactly which one was Colin singing. I was like, whoa! You know, it's a trip. It's a trip. Oh, I like this one too. And I swear, Vicky, call me crazy. I know Chris would. So I'm trying to say this kind of low. He'd probably just roll his eyes out and go like, whatever. But sometimes when I'm singing along with these, especially if I close my eyes, I sound like him.
Baby, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, baby, it's okay. Everybody fucks up once in a while. Everybody feels that way. Baby, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, baby, it's okay.
I mean, it's a trip, man. It's, oh my, whoa. Alcohol, nothing left but a word on a wall. And a glass of wine, you know.
Look, I might want to live like them. I'm sure she won't ever be like them. You really got what they claim to have. Yeah, you got it all, but you can't see half of it
Because of shit
that happened years ago. But let me tell you, baby,
it don't mean shit. 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 It's your life. You up, but you came back with a knife. You were nice and you cut them twice, and I cut them twice. And this is where, in my opinion, what he's saying here is love can become obsessive. And it can become, no, I don't care if you worship me. I don't care if you worship me. No, I don't care if you worship me. No, I don't care if you worship me. No, I don't. It's taking love too far, but still hurting each other in the process. You know, because sometimes you get so deeply ingrained with that person that you worship them. The guy worships the ground the woman walks on. The girl walks on. The girl worships the ground he walks on. But they still hurt each other. There's no more room in hell. No, not for you and me. There's nothing left to us. There's nothing left for me. There's no more room in hell. No, not for you and me. It's when shit goes wrong. You know, it may start out okay, and you may think, oh wow, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one, and then it just goes horribly wrong. And, you know, it can be dangerous. I think that's the end of that one. This one's called Wool.
I want you to pray to your God. I want you to pray that he comes and saves you. I want lightning to come down and crash upon my fucking head.
This sounds like something from a movie, like a line from a movie. It's about violence. Some of the violence in the world, you know, some of the psychoticness of people. That's calm. Now this part you can't understand because they're literally screaming into the fucking mic. Something about blood in the sink. Thinking you can fuck with this, you fucking with the 666. Thinking you can fuck with this, you fucking with the 666. So see, this is getting into satanic shit. Like, you're fucking with the devil. Like, some people can literally go to that point, you know? Like, people can get so dangerous and violent that it's like you feel like you're literally in the presence of a fucking devil. Thinking you can fuck with this, you fucking with the 666. You can fuck with this, you fucking with the 666. Thinking you can fuck with this, you fucking with the 666. Thinking you can fuck with this, you fucking with the 666. Thinking you can fuck with this, you fucking with the 666. I mean, you gotta listen to it, and you gotta be able to see it from the perspective that it was written and that it was meant. And I do. Okay. Some people might go, "Oh, that's satanic. Get it away from me." Well, it's just like a very devilish way to describe the violence and the degrees that some people will go. The sickos of the world, right? That do all this shit to kill people and hurt people. And this one's called Wet Hair. And if you could see the picture, there's like a blood red background with a black tree and dead branches. So this, I think, a lot of where it's like it speaks to the dark side in me, because I was never able to go the field of music like I would have liked. I can imagine what my dark side, what my music would have been like. So it's just, to me, it's another outlet. This one's called Deja Vu. He was really young when he did this one. I saw the video one time and I was like, whoa. I mean, I'm talking teens.
Yeah. Chilling in the cut
like deja vu. Hanging with my friends like deja vu. Deja vu. Fuck it up again like deja vu. So it's like, it's one of those, you gotta really listen to the words and then it makes more sense. I think you'll like this song. I love this song to death, and I will play it to death. It's by Hoosier. It's called Movement.
find all that you are to me. So move it, baby. Shake your goodbye, well, tree. You're doing it to me. Move it, baby. You are the right of movement. It's risen in illusion. I know it's not when you move by. You must illuminate or further stare in sequence on you. Your atlas and its sleep when you move by.
It's a beautiful song. Take Me to Church. Yep. I have it on here too. This is something, the way I describe this one, this is something that a guy would write about someone he truly loved, like a woman he truly loved, his wife, his meant to be. I like this one by Kid Spooky. It's about lover suicide.
Come die with me. I'll make you feel more than you thought you could say. If there's one thing that I want you to know, is that it's better to die young than slow. We're already dead in your bed. I'm that nightmare in your head. Stay so bloody red, let me love you to death is what she said. So I said yes, let's undress. Taste the darkness of my breath. Leave the bruises on your breast. It's my manner, be my guest. The light shines down on you. I try to run, but a coffin made for two.
I'm dying, we're dying. See, this is more gothic, kind of vampire-like, witchy stuff. He keeps saying, I love you. I'll always love you.
Come die right here. So far away, and I pull you near. So far to hear you scream, yes, you hear it clear.
cut into a thumb, whispers in your ear. Yeah, we're dead, but we're living. I still suffer, yet I'm grinning. Some of the words I can understand. Some of it's hard to try and haunt you in your dreams. Keep up with it. Sing along with it. So it fucking sings. So it's, like I said, I relate to it. I love this one. He took a song, a well-known song. This part. And I just love the way he blended this together. And then he starts talking. Fucking love this song.
Feeling like a dead flower petal, slowly slipped across the pavement by the breeze, is a feeling with which over time I've become acquainted, but simultaneously is a feeling I'll never forget. Broken-hearted, downcast, glum but free to drift wherever the wind may take me. I know you felt it. Maybe it was after that final drink at the bar which tipped your cup, spilled you over, which you felt running down slowly through your hair. Or maybe it was the multiple reader seats mid-evening on a Friday night. They may have been read, but were they considered? That doesn't matter, I promise you. For the meaning of life eludes and confuses all with its intricate spiderwebs of uncertainty. But through you, I'm learning. You don't even know that you're teaching, but it doesn't matter. Just don't go forgetting about me. That's all I ask. Just don't forget about me. Don't forget about me.
I just love that song. I love the way he blended it. Here you go. Lover's got humor. She's a giggle at a funeral. Knows everybody's disapproval. Should've worshipped her sooner. If the heavens ever did speak, she's the last true mouthpiece. Every Sunday's getting more bleak. Fresh poison each week. We were born sick, you heard them say it. Our church offers no absolution, tells me worship in the bedroom. The only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you. I was born sick, but I love it. Command me to be well. Amen. 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 Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sin so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death with the God. Let me give you my life. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sin so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death with the God. Let me give you my life. I'm a pagan of the good times. My love is the sunlight. Keep the goddess on my side. She demands a sacrifice. Drain the whole sea. Get something shiny. Something meaty for the main course. That's a fine looking high horse. What you got in the stable? We have a lot of starving faithful. That looks tasty. that looks plenty. This is hungry work. Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me my deathless death, a good God. Let me give you my life. Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, a good God. Let me give you my life. No masters or kings when the ritual begins. There is no sweeter innocence than our gentle sin. In the madness and toil, and be seen. Only then I am human. Only then I am me. Oh, oh, amen, amen. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, a good God. Let me give you my life. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sin, you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, a good God. Let me give you my life. Yeah, I kind of know the words. Can you tell? Okay. Here we go. Let's see if it's coming out. I'm coming out.
DJ Boss on the one
Coming out. And yes, I can disco too. This is 70s, 80s. It's a mix like they would do in the clubs back in the 70s, 80s. So they only played parts of each song. Yep. I wish my phone would quit doing that because it messes with the song when you're trying to play it. When the notification bell goes off, as you notice, the volume on the song goes way down. I hate that. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. Exactly.
There's a new week coming out. I'm just out to live. And I just want to give. I'm completely positive. I think this time around I am gonna do it like you never knew it. Oh, I'll make it through. The time has come for me to break out of the shell. I have to shout. I am coming up. Yeah.
I'm coming up. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. See, and then it changes to another song. So you only get to hear parts of each song. But that's how they would do it in a lot of the clubs, especially during the disco times. Say hello. And yellow.
You don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on and sing that song. Check it out, I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY. You see, I go by the code of the doctor of the mix. These reasons I'll tell you why. You see, I'm 6'1" and I'm tons of fun, and I guess to a G. You see, I got more clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I dress so viciously. I got bodyguards, I got 2 big cars, I definitely ain't the whack. I got a Lincoln Continental, man, a some new Cadillac. So after school, I take a dip in the food, which is really on the wall. I got a color TV, so I can see the Knicks play basketball. Him and talking my checkbook, really costs more money than a sucker could ever spend. But I wouldn't give a sucker or a problem from the rockin' out of time till I made it together. Everybody go, oh, yeah, what you gonna do today? Someone get a fly dog, in a death OJ. Everybody go, oh, yeah, holiday in. See if your girl starts acting up, then you take a friend. I'm not the GM, I'm up mellow. It's on you, so what you gonna do? Well, it's on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I said a M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a...
Quit messing up my music, you stupid indicator thingy.
Well, my name is known all over the world by all the foxy ladies and the pretty girls. I'm going down in history.
And my 2 cats down here at my feet wanting petted. Carmela.
The beat starts kicking into your toe. You start pumping your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body.
Hey, come say hi.
This
is Carmela.
I said, bam. Carmela. Your hands high in the air. You're rocking to the beat, you get down in the air. You're rocking to the beat.
She's like, Mom, really? You know I don't like being picked up. What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, never mind, you're high. Sorry. Eyes on my happy NOG today. I don't hold her very long because I know she don't like it. She definitely don't like it when I pick her up.
I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the baby of the bunch, but that's okay. I still keep it strong because I'm here to do it. Just I'm bringing your behind, sing it on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. Sing it on and on and on and on. Right, rock, yo, throw it on the floor.
Funky singer. Banging a rock and roll band. Problems, yeah. Couple one night stands. Me. Got you make you feeling so low. Yeah. Just go down and check out the show. Let's and swinging and moving to the groove, and just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy! Play that funky music, right? Play that funky music, white boy! Lay down and boogie and play that funky music till you die." Well, what you gonna do? Gonna get down? Get down on it. Get down on it. That's this one. Get down on it. Watch. Get down on it. 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 How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Tell me. How you gonna do it if you really don't think you can? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. I heard all the people say, get down on it. 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 Yeah, get down on it. Get down on it. Hey, people. Hey, what you gonna do?
You gotta get on the groove.
If you want your body to move. So tell me, baby, how you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Tell me. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. I heard all the people say, get down on it. 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 And now it's. Ooh, babe, take your time. Listen. Ooh, babe, take your time. Know you want to slow down. You've been working too hard, and that's a fact. Sit back and relax a while. Take some time to laugh and smile. There's head been low down, so we can stop and kick back. It seems you never take the time to do all the things we want to, yeah. Now baby, we can do it, take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby, do it tonight. Baby, we can do it, take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby, do it tonight. The love I feel for you, you feel for me. One life is all we have to live. Our love is all we have to give, yeah. There are so many things for us to do and see, yeah. Let's take some time to be alone. Lock the door, put the phone, yeah. We can do it, take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby, do it tonight. Baby, we can do it, take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby, do it tonight. Baby, we can do it, take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby, do it tonight. Baby, we can do it, take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby, do it tonight. Take your time. And then it changes to another song.
Take the time. Give me a hold and you got your funky bus there. Double Dutch bus coming down the street. Moving dirty, that's so kind of shuffle low beach. Get on the bus, pay your fare, then tell the driver that you're going to a double Dutch affair. Well, I'll be darned. Here it comes. The double Dutch bus is on the street. You better get off your move your bus, fare, transpass. That's the way my money lasts. Ain't got no car. Get around when I go to work. I gotta go downtown. Now I miss my train. That's a double shame. When I'm running late, no sleeps to blame. If you got a plan, you know right. You got a special man, well, I can understand. Down, everybody's getting down. Say uptown, say downtown. Well, I miss my bus. I know I'm late. I gotta do something. I know I ain't gonna walk to work. Keep boots already got a hole in my socks going in and out. That's okay, cause what I really wanna say, I got bad feet, my corns hurt. Top it off, I think the word. Let me tell you what I say when I'm feeling when I get sidewalk. Let me show you how when I do my funky walk. Let me tell you what I say when I'm feeling when I get sidewalk. I say,
And it does that through the whole thing.
dancing, 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 dancing,
Squeaky squeak, what you doing? What you doing? See, even though I picked her up and she got mad at me for that, she still comes back. Wants me to pet her. But yeah, I exercise that way all the time. Yeah, granted, you're only working your upper body, but at least you're sitting down. So, like, if I get too vigorous with my movements because I have, dizzy issues now because of my neck being fucked up and the concussion from the attack all those years ago, yeah, I got to be careful. I got to watch what I'm doing because it, sometimes just a simple act of looking down, I'll just suddenly start getting dizzy, and that's scary. Because, like a lot of times, like my first thought is, don't panic, but then sometimes I do, because I'm thinking, oh shit, did I drink enough water today? Did I eat right? Did I eat enough today? Have I been too vigorous? Have I been not, like movable enough? Like, have I still been sitting too much? Have I been active today? So, kind of dancing a little bit, you're at least moving some of you. So, but then, sometimes even doing that, I get a little too vigorous sometimes, and then I'll know, okay, it's starting to hurt and cramp a little bit, so I stop. Oh, that's right, we still had some of those. So hear the so let it rip, let's whip it, baby. Let's whip it right. Let's whip it, baby. Whip it all night. Come on, let it whip. Okay, let's see what this one has. But yeah, sometimes to me this is like a fun way to, have some at least kind of fun content on it too. Doing like different mixes like this, even though, it kills my phone, but, my phone gets in the red again, I can just plug it back in and then, take a break from the music. But it's a nice, happy time trip, because I can go back in my mind to a happier time when this kind of music was popular and it was the 70s and 80s and, there was a lot of happy times back there for me. Friends and fun and spending the night and slumber parties and, stuff. I mean, we did a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, because, you don't have to do it to where it hurts. If you start doing it to where it hurts, then just stop, and still enjoy the music, and you can still talk about fun times too. And then, that you don't have to do any movement with that, really. Just, laugh and be silly and go, oh yeah, you remember the time we did that? Oh my God. Oh, I got one for you. Tampon in the fountain. See if you remember that one. You had put a tampon in your back pocket and we were playing in the fountain at Bicentennial Park and you forgot you had it in there. And then later when we got done playing in the water, you realized, oh shit, because you like felt something, like what the fuck is this soggy shit in my pants or something? And you realize, oh my God, I left a tampon in my pants. And I mean, it was hilarious. It was like, you did what? And we laughed our asses off about that one. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, who the heck was it? It was somebody that was with me. I forget who. But I was walking down this trail one time over there around the Scioto River. And I was with a friend or something. And they were so fucking scared and all it was some leaves coming down from the trees. And they freaked out. But I couldn't remember if that was you and Angie or if that was me and some other friends. I can't remember. But you're like, literally, they ducked. They're like, oh, shit, because they thought they were being attacked by a bat or something. It was, we was laughing over that, too. That was a lot of fun. Of course, I could say it as the naughty nighty exercise routine that we did. Carl's fucking bench thing downstairs. Mom's got the pictures of, and She still got the disc negative for that. Never got the pictures made. Yeah, and but it was fun because you realized how silly you were when it was just a leaf. Oh shit. So yeah, just fun stuff like that. We'd walk downtown a lot. I remember that. Yes, and we would, we would go into the Lazarus, and you always carried a bandana around with you, and you would spray it with different perfumes on different sections of the bandana, so you always smelled good or had, something you could rub on a little bit if you wanted or something, and, just, we did have a lot of fun. There was that time, I think you and Angie, I don't remember whose house it was, but we all stayed up in the attic, and I think we all three had our own bed, and we got a fit of the giggles or something. We couldn't sleep. We had trouble sleeping because we couldn't quit laughing or something. It was hilarious. And I forget which one of us was like, guys, come on, stop. We gotta stop. We gotta sleep. And then we had a hell of a time trying to fall asleep because we were having too much fun. Those never leave me. They never leave me. And well, see, that's the fun thing is you can always revisit those times just by talking to them. Talking to them? Listen to me. Talking about them, with the people you did it with, because then in my mind, I go back there immediately and I'm that age again and I'm that kid again and we're having that fun. It's just like I'm instantly back there. It's awesome. I mean, in my mind, of course, but it's so real to me because of the level of magical knowledge I have and wisdom of 32 years so far of being a witch, and and it never stops. It's like now I see what they mean when they say once you open that door, if you choose to go through it, you your life is never the same again. There's going to be good with bad with it, but as long as you learn, like when you do stuff, you're like, oh crap, I think I messed that up. Okay, laugh about it and go, you goofbutt. And then, rethink or, think before you act kind of thing, I have to. Yeah, and it's good therapy because yeah, now, I mean, our health ain't, some of us, our health ain't the greatest. Mine certainly could be better, I'm sure. And I'm pretty sure I gave myself a heart condition from when I smoked crack. Because my heart almost stopped. And ever since that time, because I don't ever remember having the issue before then, I get like heart flutters once in a while. And they usually happen randomly. When they happen, I never know when one's going to happen. It scares the hell out of me every single time. And I think it's because I almost held a hit of crack in just a smidge too long, and my heart almost exploded. And if I wouldn't have exhaled when I did, I would have dropped dead to the floor because my heart was that close to exploding. And I'm pretty sure that I caused some kind of, I don't know if I damaged the heart valve. I don't know if I caused, but it's like, they're kind of like, I don't know if it's palpitations. The way I describe how it feels is it kind of feels like air bubbles going off. Like coming out of my heart and going off, and that's not supposed to be, that's not a good thing. So just like, if somebody gets air injected into their veins, it'll kill you. So that's what it feels like. It feels like air bubbles bursting inside my chest, and it's to do with my heart, and it's, I think they call it a flutter, but it scares me every time. And I was like, what the hell, what caused this? And then one day it just came to me out of the blue. Oh my God, I bet I did it when I did that crack, and I almost held it in too long. And I could have damaged my heart. And I never, like I said, I mean, you want to talk about scary, I never get a warning, it just happens. Oh, here's our song. Girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just don't wanna have. That's all they really want. Some fun. hair. Somebody take a beautiful girl and hide her away from the rest of the world. I wanna be the one to walk in the sun. Girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls, they wanna have fun. When the working day is done, oh, girls wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Fun, girls wanna have just wanna, oh, girls just wanna have fun. They just wanna, oh, girls just wanna have fun. When the working day is done, when the working day is done, oh, girls just wanna have fun. They just wanna, oh, girls just wanna have fun. I guess I already have it on a playlist. I made another playlist that says Happy Times Mix. I'm like, okay.
I realize the best part of love is the thinnest slice, and it don't count for much, but I'm not letting go. I believe there's too much to believe in. So lift your eyes if you feel you can. Reach for a star and I'll show you a plan. I figured it out, what I needed was someone to show me. You know you can't fool me, I've been loving you too long. It started so easy, you want to carry on. Lost in love and I don't know much, so thinking aloud. Fell out of touch, but I'm back on my feet, and eager to be what you once were. So lift your eyes if you feel you can. Reach for a star and I'll show you a plan. I figured it out, what I needed was someone to show me. You know you can't fool me, I've been loving you too long. It started so easy, you want to carry on. Lost in love and I don't know much, was I thinking a lot, I fell out of touch, but I'm back on my feet, and eager to be what you want to. So look you know you can't fool me, I've been loving you too long. It started so easy, you want to carry on.
thinking love, fell out of touch, but I'm back on my feet, eager to be what you wanted. Now I'm lost in love, lost in love, lost in love. Now I'm lost in love and I don't know lost is a big love. Sorry. Sometimes I just can't help myself. Kept thinking I would never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. And I knew how to get along and know your back from my face. I just walked in to find you here with that bad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have let you leave your keys. I'd known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Oh, now go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. 'Cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who ran and hurt me with your life? Think I crumble. Think I lay down and die on my own night. I will survive. Oh, as long as I don't have love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give. Oh, I will survive. I will survive. Hey, hey. Yeah. Like I said, happy music, you know. In a world full of unhappiness. Now this is about breakup, so yeah, it's not so great. Of my broken heart. Sorry for myself, I used to cry. But now I hold my head up high and you see me. Somebody new. I'm not that little girl that's still in love with you. And so you felt like running in and really expecting to be free. Now I'm saving all my loving for someone who's loving me. Oh, now go. Walk out the door. Then turn around now. Yeah, turn around. You're not welcome anymore. But you're the one who tried to rape me with his eyes. You think I crumble. You think I lay down and die? Oh, no, not all. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give. Oh, I'll survive. I will survive. Whoa. Go now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. 'Cause you're not welcome anymore. But you're the one who tried to break me with his eyes. You think I crumble. You think I'd lay down and die on my own eye. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give. Oh, I'll survive. I will survive. Some of them I can not sing, others I can't help myself. Oh, shit. Gotta make a move to a town that's right for me. Gotta keep me moving, keep me grooving with some energy. Well, I talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Talk about moving. Gotta move on. Gotta move on. Gotta move on. I want you to take me to Funky Town. Won't you take me to Funky Town?
Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town?
That's cool, sweetie. I'll probably close this down about then anyway.
Gotta make a move to a town that's right for me. Town to keep me moving, keep me grooving with some energy. Well, I talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Talk about moving. Gotta move on. Gotta move on. Gotta move on. Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town?
Yep, this is my happy time.
Won't you take me down to Funky Town? Won't you take me down?
Yeah. Oh boy, here we go. Donna Summer. Yep.
You miss me. Put away the dishes. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Ring my bell. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Is young and full of possibilities. So come home and let yourself be free. My love for you, so long I've forsaken it. Wait for me and you. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, ding dong ding, ring my bell. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. You can ring my bell, ring my bell.
Yeah, Kentucky one and the Bigfoot and the Banshee. Never got to see the Bigfoot, but definitely felt its presence. And I have no idea exactly how far away, but because I never saw it, but I could tell that it was there. I could feel it, and I have a vessel. One of the vessels I have is a yellow selenite egg or it's yellow, some kind of yellow crystal, but it's the size of even like a regular egg that you would see it get in the store and crack it open and cook it and stuff. My Bigfoot's name is Haldor. What? What are you talking about? Oh, is it any better? Okay, good. I wasn't sure what he was talking about. The Banshee, I know she played for me that one time off her phone. But then later when I asked her about it, she denied ever playing it at all. But I know what I heard, and yes, there is a very high possibility it may have been one of the creatures that were native to the mountains of Kentucky. But there was a place called the Witch's Knob that I remember them telling me about that had a cabin that belonged to somebody's family that they knew. But it got abandoned. It was literally out in the middle of nowhere. And there's some dark energy that has moved into the place, apparently, that hangs out there and stuff and considers the place its place. One of the times that my niece and a group of her friends went up there, and her husband included, they went up purposely at dusk so that by the time they got there, because it's a bit of a drive, you have to take the 3-wheelers and stuff to do it, and you got to go through this, I'm pretty sure the wooden gate was, I just had a feeling, because we drove by this wooden gate when it was when I think Justin took me up in one of the I call them the 3-wheelers, and I just had a feeling the Witch's Knob was that way. But they say if you make the mistake of going up there at dark, you feel dark, haunted, sinister energies there. You don't feel anything good. It's all bad. My brother got to see it once, and I don't know if it's his closed-mindedness, he didn't see anything wrong or feel anything wrong, or the place didn't creep him out or anything, but being deeply sensitive like I am, and a high-level witch, what I call a high witch, a grand high witch, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm only 54, but believe me, it's very possible, especially being an old soul, most likely. I've been a witch more than one lifetime, so I felt drawn to that cabin. I kept wanting to go to that cabin, and the pull was so strong, I almost gave into it. But then, because of this one story that my niece shared with me about the evils of the place and the dangers and the dark magic and the dark energy, I said, never mind, I don't want to go. And it's probably better that I didn't go, because they would have been drawn to my light, and they would have been drawn to my goodness, but they also would have been drawn to my darkness, and they would have wanted that power for themselves. The dark energy's there, so I could have become possessed. I mean, I don't like to think of the horrors of what could have happened. And when one of the times my niece, and her group was up there, she was possessed. She felt a prickly feeling go down her back, like something came up and literally ran its fingers down her back, and it felt like 1,000 needles being stabbed into her back. She ended up miscarrying because at the time she was pregnant with what would have been her son by her husband, Justin. But when she played the sound for me on the phone that time, I knew. Yeah, I knew. I felt it literally was a banshee. Now, I can bring up on the internet some of what people call banshee calls. Like there's some animals out in the mountains that at night, especially, they're night prowlers. So they will literally make you think that there's a woman screaming to lure you to where they are so they can eat your ass. Okay, so these are like some type of cougar or mountain lion of some sort or something. We're dinner to them, you know. So especially now that it's approaching winter, you know, fall is already here. So yeah, I'm glad I listened to my witch stinks on that occasion, and I said, never mind, I don't want to go. I would have loved to have seen the Bigfoot, but maybe it just wasn't my time to. So I let that go. But my brother did see some of the spirits there because the house that they live in down there was literally built over what used to once be a school for girls. And Carl saw one of the teachers, and he saw a man that there was no explanation. This was not anybody they knew. The woman was dressed in the Victorian era, and they didn't hang out with anybody like even remotely like that at all. He knew he had seen ghosts, so now he at least can't deny them anymore. But that doesn't mean that I can sit down and have a conversation with him about witch-related stuff, because he just freaks out. He don't believe it. You know, he looks at me like I'm stupid, and like he don't want to talk about it because he don't believe in it, so I can't talk about witchy stuff around. He's too closed-minded. But at least I can say he can't deny that he saw ghosts, because he did. And he knew that that was what he was seeing. I don't see them that way. I would like to, with what we call the naked eye. I see them up here with my third eye. I see them with my mind. I can give you details about them. I can tell you how I see them, even though I'm seeing them up here. And then if a person actually sees them, yeah, I mean, Carl didn't run, and I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he was brave and courageous, and he stood his ground. Because, I mean, the spirits, they weren't bad or anything, I don't think. Really, they were just there. And for whatever reason, at that moment in time, because it was at night, you know, they were able to come through, and he was able to see them. Now, the only thing that truly scares me about that whole thing is I'm glad he didn't panic. I'm glad he didn't freak out. I'm glad he handled it well. But there is a myth. I don't know where it originated from. The only thing I have that I can refer to is a series called Ghost Whisperer. If you ever saw that, they said in some of the episodes, when you can see spirits as clearly as Melinda did, that means you're close to death yourself. Now, Carl's health is not as good as it should be, as good as it could be. You know, he's gained too much weight. He's got a beard and a mustache. He's got the long, stringy white hair. He's bald in the top. He could play Santa Claus, and he wouldn't even need the stuffing. He's already got it. I mean, he could put on the Santa outfit, and he would make a convincing Santa Claus. But, you know, he's trying to cook. He calls my mom a lot to ask her how to cook certain things, because he's trying to learn, which is good, because he lives alone. He lives in a trailer. He lives in Mount Gilead, so he's an hour away. But the only time he gets really any visitors or any company is when me and Christy or me and Maria go up to see him. And I can only do that when I have money in my pocket that I can put gas in the tank, that, you know, I know I've got plenty to get up there and plenty to get back, you know. Okay, let's see what this mix has. Yeah, I guess I can. Hang on. But I'm glad that I kind of revisited the fact that I have that many lists, because I didn't remember that I had that many 70s, 80s lists. It was like in the back of my mind. I felt like I did, you know, that I had more than one, but I would usually only get past that first one where it has the song Drive in it that I actually was singing on one of the 3 lives earlier. I can't. when I play those back, and I might spend tomorrow doing exactly that to verify for myself. But there was a time quite recently, a couple days ago or something, I think it was, I was down at Maria's and I was just chilling, hanging out and stuff. I need to start doing that again because I've been spending way too much time up here. And her cats, they're like my nieces and nephews because, me and Maria have been like best friends for going on probably at least 4 years or more by now. And it's funny how that whole thing happened because the first time I met Maria, her name's actually Norma, but she likes Maria. And Carl came up with the most beautiful combination of her name, Norma, and Maria, Normia. And I think that is so pretty. I might start calling her Normia because she really likes it. When Carl said it, she's like, oh, that is so pretty because she likes the name Maria and she's okay with the name Norma. But Normia is unique. It's special. It stands out. And the fact that Carl came up with it made it even more special because in a way, he's kind of like a brother to her, just like she's a sister to me. She lived over here next door at the apartments over here to my right. And that's, I say my right because I'm sitting down and this is to my right. If I was standing up facing the other way, it would be on my left. But anyway, a couple summers ago, she would come over to our building a lot. At the time, there was a lady, and there was two ladies here, Jen and Faith. Jen was the daughter, Faith was the mother. Jen's a schizophrenic, paranoid, she was on a lot of medication. She had a lot of mental issues. We tried to be friends with her, and things were cool for a while, but then things just went horribly wrong. Anyway, so I was sitting on the back porch one day, and Normia came over to see Faith because she would come over and visit Faith. She couldn't stand Jenna. You'll understand why if you've seen some of my past videos, because I know I've talked about it, the way when things went horribly wrong. And Jen, basically, for no apparent reason, she turned on Normia, and she didn't do anything to deserve it. And Normia was about ready to kick her ass. And Faith was sitting out back with us at the time too. And she said, "You better get her." She said, I'm about to go off. I'm about to kick her ass. I'm about to get up off this chair." And I said, "Sis," I said, "don't." I said, because this is exactly what she wants, because then she can scream assault and say that you attacked her first. And so she had a lot of problems. Anyway, so Normia was coming over one day to see Faith. I was sitting out back with one of our neighbors that no longer lives here. His name's James. We were just sitting out there chilling, talking. I was trying to find some, some pagan mix. And ow, Kalika, that hurts. Quit it. If you want to come up, come on. And Normia came over, and I we started talking, and I told her, James told her what she was looking for, or what I was looking for, rather. And Normia's like, "Really?" And she's like, "Well, I smoke it too." And my jaw dropped. I was like, "What?" Because at first, when Normia started coming over, I didn't like her. But that day, when I found out she smoked, I was like, "Oh, wow, I got to get to know her because maybe she's not so bad. Maybe I'm prejudging her, and I had no reason." Well, it turned out I was, because Jen, in my attempt to be friends with her, I was judging Normia before I gave her a chance, before I took the time to get to know her myself and found out that she wasn't so bad. So she had some money on her at the time. She pulled out some money out of her pocket and said, "How much do you need?" And my fucking jaw dropped again. I was like, "What? Really? You want me? Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure. Go get some." So we finally found some. And, was able to get it back here. And she, did smoke a little bit with me. But she almost never smokes. She can have, like, a decent size amount of it, like the size in a baby food jar, and have it for months and months and months and months and months and never touch it, which I'm proud of her for that. And a lot of times all that I can afford to get is a 20 sack because that's just all I can do. But when this new thing passes in November, hopefully that won't be an issue anymore. And I can be a little more open about things on here on my lives. Like, earlier, I know I did say something, I was obvious, but hey, it's like, in my opinion, I'm not doing anything wrong because I'm smoking a pagan mix, so I'm not doing anything wrong. But anyway, so Normia, that day we connected and became friends, like instant friends. And then like suddenly it dropped the false veil that I had allowed between us, that in me trying to be friends with Jen, I was prejudging someone I had no right prejudging. And we were just like friends from that moment on. And like I said, for a while, things were cool. We could be chill with Jen, and, she would come and visit sometimes. But then sometimes she would just get so rude for like no reason, So it was we all parted on bad terms. I turned against her after she did what she did in the backyard to Normia. Long story short, she blurted out, "I want to move out of here because I don't want to have a Puerto Rican neighbor." And Normia is Puerto Rican. She speaks English just fine. You've heard her, you've seen her on many of my lives. But as you can tell, she has a speech impediment because she suffered a stroke. I think it was on the left side, and it like caused a big gash in her cheek and everything. So she can't say certain words. She can't comprehend certain things. It's like trying to explain something to a child, because the stroke messed her up so badly. It's like it rewired her hard drive. It rewired her mental capabilities. So she's not mentally retarded. It's just, it takes a great deal of patience to be able to repeatedly explain stuff to her a lot of times, because you get impatient with her. You want to scream at her. You roll your eyes a lot, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to explain this to you. You're not a child. You're 64 years old. Act like it. But she can't help it. It's what the stroke did to her. It really messed her up. And it happened when she was pregnant with her son, Michael. All her kids are grown now. She's got grandbabies, but she doesn't really get to see them or anything. But it's almost 10, hun, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this and let you go. Hello, mystery person, whoever you are. It says there's 2 on here, but nobody else is talking. And this is public, so, I try to keep it open in that fashion. Love you. Blessed be. Good night. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks for having fun with me and reminiscing and all that. And I will try to get on here again soon. Blessed be, and love you, and I'll talk to you later. Good night.